sheriff when I came in, and I said, did they tell you that your time limit was 5 minutes? He didn't say anything. But I'm sure whatever he says is going to be impactful, and we definitely want to give him our undivided attention. So for our introduction of our speaker, Ms. Kenya Jones is going to come forward. She's a leadership team member with United Elite Basketball. Let's give her a hand.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of introducing our speaker tonight, Sheriff Alfonso Williams. Alfonso is the first African-American sheriff of Burke County, and he was the first African-American police chief for the City of Waynesboro Police Department. He has 27 years of law enforcement experience, and it all began with the Augusta Police Department. When the city and county governments consolidated in 1996, he went to work for the Richmond County Sheriff's Department as a violent crimes investigator. Later that year, he joined the Waynesboro Police Department as the assistant police chief. In 1998, he went to work for the Burke County Sheriff's Office as an investigative sergeant specializing in violent crimes. In 2001, he worked as an investigator with the Columbia County Sheriff's Office and later transferred to the Criminal Investigations Division as a violent crimes investigator. He has worked as the assistant director and director of the East Georgia Regional Police Academy, as an investigator for the District Attorney's Office, and as an instructor for the Augusta Technical College Peace Officers Training Academy. In 2011, Alfonso was appointed Chief of Police of the Waynesboro Police Department, where he served for 2 years. And in 2013, he was appointed the Chief of Police of the Richmond County School System, Department of School Safety and Security. In January 2016, Alfonso announced his candidacy for sheriff of Burke County. He won the primary election as a Democratic candidate and later won the general election with over 70% of the vote. He was sworn in as sheriff in December 2016 and assumed the post January of this year. Alfonso has an Associate of Applied Technology degree in Criminal Justice from Augusta Technical College, a Bachelor of Science degree in Organizational Management from Northeast College, and a Master of Education degree from American Intercontinental University. He has received 6 Police Officer of the Year awards and many certifications. He is married to Shalana Williams and has 2 daughters, Kiara and Chandler Williams. His motto is, "We are here to serve those who choose to work, learn, visit, play, and live in Burke County. We are accessible and committed to excellence in customer service." Please join me in welcoming Sheriff Alfonso Williams to the stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. She obviously did some homework because I didn't send all of that, but it's good to hear it again. Y'all heard that I won Burke County with 70% of the vote. A few folks like us down there, and got a lot of Burke County folks here tonight. If you're from Burke County, raise your hand. I see my family there in the center, and Corey is my family, and I just want y'all to know that. And we appreciate the invitation tonight. Got some elected officials in the house. I saw my friend Dennis Williams, no relation, but he and I seem to always meet at events like this. So it's good to see the Richmond County Commissioner, Mr. Williams. To our MC, where did she go? She probably went to go get some more food. That food was so good, you know. I started eating the bread. I was like, man, this bread is good. And then I got a taste of the macaroni. I was like, that's good too. It went right around the plate. So as you can see, I enjoy eating, cooking and eating. But man, all those jobs she called out, I thought I had more jobs than Dennis Rodman has had fouls. So I have been around for quite a bit. But to my cousin Corey and to his to this AAU staff, to our contestants, and hope that when I heard the introduction of the contestants, I thought, I wish we had $4,000 and could just give each of them Very beautiful young people. This event is first class. This is the way to do it. This is how you put it on. Everybody is beautiful and well behaved. The music is awesome. The fun, the fellowship, the family, the purpose for which we are here is excellent. To Ms. Frankie Simon, you put on a very beautiful program, and it's certainly memorable and remarkable to see the impact that Eric had on all of these people. That's amazing within itself. To John and Jaquan, who was with him in that situation, we certainly pause for just a brief moment of silence to remember them. And we certainly know that they're in good hands, and they have left a lasting impression on all of us. I never played sports, although I'm a pretty big guy. Maybe look like I played football. I wear the Burke County ring just to have conversations, so we still got that going on today. But I didn't play. But I grew up in the housing projects in Burke County, and we used to play every day. And I had a pretty nice left-hand jumper, but I certainly lost that when I went on to high school. I didn't get a chance to play. And I've always thought, all of my sisters and those folks are mostly in education, and I've always felt like schools put too much emphasis on sports and not enough on education. And as you heard earlier, in 2011, I went to be the police chief in Waynesboro and had inherited kind of a bad situation in terms of police-community relations were not that great. And y'all have heard of this guy, Coach Parker, that we stole from Laney. Yep. Yes. A few Laney graduates in here. Got him down to Burke County, and y'all know what he did for us once he got there. And so, I was police chief in 2011 when we won the state championship. And we had a problem with crime up until we started winning. And I seriously understood for the first time in my life the importance of sports and how it impacts a community. And if you live in a community like mine in Waynesboro, we're very happy and very proud of our town, but like many small towns, it's still somewhat divided. And we can't get beyond that, but the football, the sports bring us all together. No matter what race you are or what nationality you are, we all have a love for sports, and that's what brings us together in Burke County. And I jokingly say to Coach Parker that only he and I can bring together blacks and whites and brown people and whatever else. The two of us can get them together. And I see that Corey, you've been able to do that here tonight, and I'm so glad for all of us who are here. But it was the first opportunity I had to see that sports really play an integral part in crime, in terms of reducing crime. And all of the folks in this room tonight have really got it together. Y'all understand that. It's why you're here. All the young folks who are here tonight understand that it is important to have something to do, somewhere to go. and you've mastered that so well. I just don't understand how these 4 contestants here tonight can do all the drills and all the assessments and all the late nights and getting up early in the morning and knowing that you're not going to go to bed until late at night, and then getting up the next day and starting all over. The commutes, the homework, quick dinners, year-round practice, the cost for all of that, the demands on your family. The 4 of you have mastered that, and your families have mastered that. And the rest of you in the room understand that strong participation in sports equates to less crime. In 2012, when Burke County was doing so well, on Friday and Saturday nights, everybody in the town has 6,000 people, everybody was at the football game. We didn't have burglaries, we didn't have as many thefts, we didn't have violent crime. People had places to go, and they had something to look forward to. And that's the contribution, those are the contributions that AAU brings to this community. And not only to this community, but to surrounding communities. When kids decide that they're going to join gangs or engage in illegal behavior, it's because they have no sense of belonging. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. I was talking to the coach before we started this afternoon, and he said, most of the kids in this room have the rest of their calendar for the remainder of the year already planned out. You get it. All of you in this room get it. You understand it. And I understand it too. Sports tends to build self-confidence. It tends to give you a sense of teamwork. We're all in this together. You understand that if you get in trouble, you can't play. So they avoid trouble. You want to be like your peers, and if your peers are successful and if your peers are doing well, you will do well. Somebody said, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future, and that is true. That is true. So most of these folks are here tonight because they understand that and they get that. They're part of a team. Being engaged in sports helps you with a positive identity. You're able to identify with those who are doing well. I was talking to a coach before I got here, and I said, I got to talk to a group of people tonight, and I just need to know what to say. And he said, you just tell them that being in sports gives them discipline. You understand that when you fall, you got to get back up. Get ready for the next game. I don't understand a whole lot about sports, but that makes sense to me. You know that you can't win them all, but you can't wallow in sorrow. You got to get ready and do it all over. You understand that if you make a mistake, you got to fix it and move on. And so you're building character when you're a part of these kinds of associations. You understand what it means to follow rules. And that's why you'll avoid trouble. That's why you'll avoid the criminal justice system. That's why you'll go on to do well, because you get it. And all of you in this room tonight get it. You understand that you have to follow directions. It doesn't matter whether you like them or not. If those are the rules. I understand in basketball you're either inbounds or out of bounds. I do know that much. And I understand those lines on the court mean something. And if you step outside of them, then it doesn't count, or it counts against you. And so too in life, if you step outside the lines, you're out of bounds, and it's going to count against you. You understand that when you're playing sports, you get judged based on your physical prowess. You understand that you get judged mentally, and you can handle that. That's what separates these athletes from the average person. They understand that the game is tough and that not everybody can play the game.